Let us understand how the plants are classified into groups based on some differences and some similarities. The main feature considered is whether the plant has seeds or not. If the seeds are not present, whether the plant has xylem and phloem or not, means whether the plant has vascular tissue or not for the transportation of the water and food. If the plant has seeds, then whether the seeds are seen with our naked eye or the seeds are present inside the fruit, enclosed by the fruit and not seen to our eyes. These are the main features by which the plants are classified. Let us understand each and every group of the plant in detail. Let us understand what are the subgroups in the plants which do not have seeds. The subgroups are Bryophyta and Pteridophyta. Which plants are placed in Bryophyta? The plants which are so simple, which don't have even proper roots, leaves and stem. You can find a small hair-like rhizoids. They are not roots. The rhizoids help the plant to take the support from the place where they grow, and they don't have vascular tissue like xylem and phloem. Here we can see the examples for bryophytes. Liverworts, hornworts and mosses are the three types of bryophytes and which are commonly called as first land plants. The second group in the plants which do not produce seeds are pteridophytes. Pteridophytes, they are true vascular plants, means they have xylem and phloem. Here you can find a few examples for Pteridophyta. Fern plants, Lycopodium, Selaginella, Equisetum and Marsilia are the common examples for pteridophytic plants. Now let us discuss about the plants which produce seeds. The plants which produce seeds are again divided into two types, gymnosperms and angiosperms. The plants which produce seeds, but the seeds are seen to our naked eye. We can see the seeds. Then they are called as gymnosperms. The famous examples for gymnosperms are cycas, pinus, etc. Here is the common example for gymnosperms, cycas plant. Here one more example for gymnosperms, pine tree or pinus tree, generally which grows in Himalayas like hilly and mountain areas. Let us find out what are the main differences between gymnosperms and angiosperms. Both gymnosperms and angiosperms produce seeds, but the difference is the seeds are seen to our eye, means the seeds are naked in the gymnosperms, whereas the seeds are not seen to our eye and they are enclosed inside the fruit in the angiosperm. If you will watch the seeds, you have to cut the fruit in the angiosperms. Example, mango, guava, papaya. If you wish to watch the seeds, you have to cut the fruit. But whereas in the gymnosperms, the seeds are seen clearly to our eyes. And some other differences are no flower and no fruits are formed in the gymnosperms, and the flower and fruits are formed in angiosperms. No xylem vessels in the gymnosperms. Xylem vessels are found in the angiosperms. Companion cells are absent in the phloem of gymnosperms, whereas companion cells are present in the plants of angiosperms. These are the main differences by which we can identify the plant belongs to gymnosperm or angiosperm. Now let us understand the plants which have seeds but enclosed inside the fruits are called angiosperms. Again, angiosperms are divided into two types, monocots, dicots. The main feature considered is how many cotyledons are present in the seed. If the seed has only one cotyledon, it is called monocot. If it has two cotyledons, it is called dicot. Here are the main examples for monocots: rice, wheat, barley, maize, jowar, bajra, etc. Generally, all the cereals they comes under monocots, and coconut also comes under monocot. Next comes to dicot. The seeds with the two cotyledons is called dicot. The common examples for dicots are well-known mango, peas, beans, etc. And here are some more examples for you for dicots. They are chrysanthemum, sunflower, roses, sweet peas, etc. Let us understand the main differences between monocots and dicots. If the seed has only one cotyledon, then it is said to be as monocot. Example, rice, wheat, maize, etc. And if the seed has two cotyledons and can be divided into equal halves easily, then the seed is said to be as dicot. Example, peas and beans. And the floral parts of the plants in the monocots, every set such as calyx, corolla, stamens, all will be 3 in number, whereas the floral parts in the flowers of dicots are either 4 or 5 in number. Parallel venation is found in the leaves of monocots, whereas reticulate venation is found in the leaves of dicots, and the vascular bundles are scattered. They are not regularly arranged, scattered in the ground tissues of stems of monocots, whereas the vascular bundles are arranged as the ring in the ground tissue in the stems of dicots. Thank you.